this video, we'll explore the top 8 best lever-action rifles, combining rugged beauty with legendary performance. Let's dive into these iconic firearms. In at number 8, we have the Henry Long Ranger. It's legal in all 50 states, even California. Yep, you heard that right. This baby's compliant everywhere, even Canada. Henry has been synonymous with top-tier lever-action rifles ever since folks were riding horses to work. From little 22s all the way up to the mighty 4570, Henry's had America's back through the thick and thin. Wars, hunting, and every cowboy showdown you can imagine. But even classics need a facelift sometimes, and that's where the Long Ranger Express comes in. With a shorter, handier 16.5-inch barrel compared to the original Long Ranger's 20-inch, this bad boy is easier to swing around than my ex-wife's mood swings. Weighing about 7 pounds, it's balanced enough to quickly shoulder but sturdy enough to nail your target with sniper-like precision. It's chambered in .223 Remington, or 5.56 for you AR lovers out there, which makes it ideal for varmints, coyotes, or defending your ranch from soda cans at 200 yards. Seriously though, it's accurate enough to make your Wi-Fi jealous, and trust me, mine's spotty enough to envy just about anything. Number 7. Tristar LR94 lever-action shotgun. It's chambered in .410, perfect for small game or just having some fun poppy cans in the backyard. At a mere 6.3 pounds, this baby handles easier than explaining TikTok to your grandma. The 22-inch barrel gives you a solid accuracy without feeling like you're waving around a broomstick. Let's talk looks. Nickel silver finish paired with Turkish walnut stock? That's like pairing apple pie and baseball. It's just right. One thing to note though, it only takes the shorter 2.5-inch shells. Sorry, Magnums, but this rodeo ain't for you. Still, there's plenty of punch in those shells to handle most of your cowboy antics. Plus, the magazine holds 5 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. Well, unless you're hunting. Then the included plug cuts you down to 2 in the tube and 1 in the chamber. Gotta follow those pesky regulations. Guess even cowboys need rules sometimes. The lever itself feels solid, wrapped in leather for a little extra grip and comfort. Just a heads up, it's a snug fit, so if you plan on wearing gloves thicker than your grandma's winter quilt, you might find it a bit tight. But barehanded? You'll run that lever faster than it can burn a steak, and trust me, that's lightning quick. Speaking of safety, you've got both the tang and a dial safety here. Personally, I think the dial safety is about as subtle as a neon sign at a funeral. Could it be smaller? Absolutely. Does it get the job done? Sure does. Number 6. Marlin Dark Series lever-action rifles. If Wyatt Earp and Chuck Norris teamed up to design a gun, you'd end up with this bad boy right here. First things first, the 4570 government caliber. This round has some serious oomph, friends. We're talking a bullet that could take down just about anything short of a tank. It's been trusted for well over a century by hunters tackling the Big Five in Africa. So yeah, it's more than capable of handling anything you run across in the States, including those oversized feral hogs we all love to hate. Another thing you'll love about this rifle is how comfortable they've made it to use. The lever itself is oversized, flattened at the bottom, giving you a solid grip every time you rack it. And speaking of grips, they've ditched the traditional wood stock in favor of a lightweight synthetic core, which trims weight without sacrificing durability. They even added a cheek riser, perfect for lining up your eye when you're using optics. You've got it. With M-lock slots all over the place, you can deck this thing out with lights, lasers, ammo quivers, and whatever tactical doodads you can dream up. Plus, that threaded cold hammer-forged barrel lets you slap on a suppressor or muzzle brake. Trust me, your shoulder will thank you when you're firing off some of those hotter rounds. At about $13.79 MSRP, it isn't pocket change, but hey, good things rarely come cheap. Number 5. Uberti 1866 Yellow Boy. It's built to channel those authentic frontier vibes. Originally born from the legendary 1860 Henry rifle, the Winchester 1866 got some much-needed upgrades thanks to a fella named Nelson King. He was the guy smart enough to slap a slide-loading gate onto this beauty, saving your fingers from a potential accidental discharge. Trust me, back then, safety measures were as rare as my ability to win an argument with my teenager. Chambered in the ever-classic 45 Colt, this baby holds 10+1 rounds, giving you a decent blend of firepower and historical accuracy. Perfect for cowboy action shooting or just flexing at your local gun range. But don't actually say flex. My daughter informed me it's already outdated. Sporting in a 19-inch round barrel finished in a deep, gorgeous bluing, the yellow boy balances perfectly at about 8.2 pounds. Number 4. Winchester Model 1873. Priced around $1,900 if you're feeling fancy, is exactly what you'd imagine if someone asked you to think of a cowboy gun. Chambered in .357-38, it effortlessly bridges modern-day shooting performance with that rugged frontier charm. It's kind of like me trying to navigate Instagram. Old school vibe, new school confusion. Now, a 24-inch barrel and a hefty 14-round magazine ain't just numbers. That's plenty of ammo when you're out picking cans or defending your homestead from imaginary bandits, or real varmints, no judgment here. Plus, its twist rate of 1 to 18.75 means your shots stay stable. When you pick it up, first thing you'll notice is its weight, about 8 pounds. Now, that's solid, just like your dad's handshake after you tell him you've done your chores, whether or not you actually did them. Its black walnut stock, polished to a smooth oil finish, feels just as good in your hands as a firm steering wheel on a freshly waxed Chevy. And speaking of looks, the grade 5 or 6 walnut ain't just pretty. It's take it to the prom and impress your date pretty. Winchester ditched the old-school gunmetal receiver on this one, using blued steel instead. Why does that matter? Well, it's stronger, lighter, and sleek enough to make your favorite pair of boots jealous. They've also thrown in a polished haft octagon barrel. Because why settle for round when you can show off a little cowboy swagger? Now, what really made the Model 1873 legendary was the ammo, the 44 Winchester center fire, better known today as the 4440. It bumped up the power from older rimfires by packing in 40 grains of black powder behind a 200-grain bullet, launching rounds at about 1,325 feet per second. Basically, it's got enough oomph to impress your buddies at the range and scare away any pests eyeing your garden tomatoes. Number 3. Henry All-Weather Picatinny Rail 4570 Side Gate. Weighing in at 7 pounds with an overall length of 37.5 inches, this rifle strikes an ideal balance, easy to carry and maneuverable without sacrificing stability or accuracy. A powerful caliber with enough punch to ethically hunt big game like deer, hogs, bears, and even moose. The beauty of this caliber is versatility. It's equally suitable for hunting in dense brush or taking longer shots across open terrain. And don't worry about the kick. While the 4570 has some recoil, Henry smartly equipped this rifle with a black ventilated recoil pad. Even after a long day at the range or out in the field, your shoulder won't be screaming for mercy. Built with durability in mind, the rifle features a round 18.43-inch hard chrome-plated steel barrel, providing both corrosion resistance and excellent accuracy. The matte chrome finish on the receiver and barrel eliminates glare and protects against rust, ideal for hunting in wet or rugged conditions. Whether you're trekking through dense brush or facing unpredictable weather, this Henry is designed to handle it with ease. The side-loading gate is one of its standout features, allowing quick and easy loading without having to remove the tubular magazine rod. Perfect for those moments when you need to reload fast. It holds 4 rounds comfortably, ensuring you have enough firepower to handle critical situations without constant reloading. Number 2. Rossi R95. The Rossi R95 shoots the classic 30-30 round, and let me tell you, this cartridge is louder than my daughter's music playlist. But thankfully, it's a lot more accurate. get out to around 200 yards. So if you're looking to bag small deer, hogs, or just have some fun down at the range, this rifle has you covered. This one right here is the triple black model. Sounds cool, right? That's basically Rossi's way of saying it's got sleek synthetic furniture, a paracord wrapped large loop, and yes, iron sights included. And for you folks who love optics, there's a rail built right in. Yep, slammed one on myself just to prove I still got it. Let's just say it's easier to handle than my ex-wife's cooking. Sorry, Sheila. Now, some of you sharper-eyed fellows might notice the R95 looks a little familiar. Well, that's because it's basically a Brazilian cousin of the Marlin 336. The main difference here is it only side loads, so you won't get confused and jam it up like I did trying to figure out my daughter's tickety-tock. It also comes with a thumb safety, so you're less likely to have an oopsie that lands you on America's Funniest Home Videos. It's just over 6.5 pounds unloaded. It's a rifle that feels solid without making you feel like you skipped arm day. Plus, with a compact 16.5-inch threaded barrel, it handles quick and nimble, perfect for tight spots or quick draws. Not saying you'll ever need it for a quick draw, but hey, better be safe than sorry, right? You can toss on a skeletonized stock, adjustable cheek riser, even add ammo storage to either side. Perfect if you're ambidextrous or just indecisive. With a full rail and plenty of M-lock slots, it's got more attachment points than my uncle's conspiracy theories. Number 1. Smith Wesson Model 1854. Priced around $1,400, the Model 1854 isn't exactly cheap. With a barrel just shy of 20 inches, it's accurate enough to pop targets like my teenage daughter pops bubble wrap, relentlessly. The sights feature that timeless gold bead up front, making your aim sharper than my eyesight after a fresh pair of bifocals. But if you're like me and your eyes are catching up to your dad jokes, don't worry. This rifle is optics ready. That's right, toss a modern scope on it, and you can be old school cool with a hint of new age precision. This rifle stock is pure walnut, elegant enough to hang above your fireplace, but rugged enough for real cowboy chores. I mean, John Wayne might have raised an eyebrow at a polymer stock, but walnut? Yeah, that's Duke-approved craftsmanship right there. And don't forget the crossbolt safety, because while we might enjoy living dangerously with our grilling skills, safety comes first when you're packing heat like this. Sure, Smith & Wesson isn't exactly famous for lever actions, but they've been around since before dirt was invented. Way back. Daniel Wesson and Horace Smith worked on the volcanic lever action guns.